everything truly is a reflection of you. Everything you're seeing in your world, everything that you're experiencing, it's all reflections of things that you are doing inside. And that is the lesson to learn. It's not in telling them how to be or to behave or anything like that, but first taking responsibility that if you're triggered or upset by what someone is saying or doing in any way, then it is reflecting within you something that you do. So for example, if you feel judged by someone, really ask yourself, like, who are you judging in your life? Are you judging this person? And see why and where that's coming from. Is it a safety thing? Is it trying to make you feel better about yourself, making yourself feel like you're more important than the other? There's a whole host of reasons why we do lots of things. And it's such a huge trick of the ego to create this sense of separation, create this sense of you and me, them and us, so that you can constantly stop accepting responsibility for things because you can put it on somebody else. And this keeps you small and limited, because in the oneness and in the wholeness, that is non-duality, that is what A Course in Miracles is saying, which is who you truly are, the I Am presence. You are that other person. You are the grass on the garden. You are the clouds in the blue sky. There is nothing differentiating between you and somebody else. And in order to find that, in order to really believe and perceive and feel that sense of or point of view, you have to start accepting 100% responsibility for everything that you're seeing and stop placing blames on other people. And this is like a really hard thing to accept and to do, because of course you'll say, well, like for example, let's say you're a vegan and you're really anti, the meat industry in whatever country. I'll just use the UK because I live in the UK. And you're really, like, it really irks you, and they're killing all these animals and they're ruining the environment and all of these kind of things. And it really upsets you and riles you up. And perhaps then you have somebody in your life that represents all of that. They're a big meat eater and they overconsume and they're a polluter in your opinion, and you just want to tell them, like, all the time, like, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that, because you think that that's how their behavior will change. And it's difficult, right? Because you're thinking, well, I'm a vegan and I'm environmentally conscious and all of these kind of things. If you felt truly comfortable and positive about you and what you were doing, you wouldn't care about what anybody else is doing. It wouldn't bother you. It just wouldn't. But if it is bothering you, it's because it's hitting within you something that you're doing yourself. I don't know what it could be. It could be you're over consuming avocados or whatever it is. And, that is the age-old debate, isn't it? When a meat eater tells you that the vegan diet is worse, they always jump to avocados are the highest CO2 polluting things in the world. Whatever it may be, it's so easy. Of course, it would be so unbelievably easy to blame everything on the meat eater, right? Well, if only they didn't eat meat and they didn't overconsume and yada, yada, yada. But we can't change anybody's ego. We can't change anybody physically informing what they're doing. All we can do is change how we perceive the situation. And so this amazing opportunity that you're being given by being confronted and challenged by someone whose views and opinions are so opposite to you is giving you a wonderful, brilliant opportunity to do the inner work. It's all teaching you that there is something within you that you need to let go of in order to experience oneness, wholeness, and peace. In order to experience that you and this other person are no different, that you're part of the same whole, that you're here to do the same things, that you are the same person. or you are the same entity and being. It's giving you an amazing opportunity to see the light and the consciousness in them, to not see them for their form and their ego and all of those thoughts and feelings and beliefs, but to see beyond that, to see that they have arisen from the exact place that you have arisen. And through turning within and looking at your own conflicts, your own self-judgments is about your consumption, and a lot of it may come down to an attachment to the planet and believing in the illusion, right? You're being a vegan for environmental and conscious reasons because you want to make sure that humanity live for X more years, and that there's a place for your children to grow up and all of these kind of things, right? Perhaps even the fact that you want children yourself, that is one of the biggest polluters that you can do to the planet. But that's all just showing an attachment, right? An attachment to your life, to the world, to how things should be. You're stating that everyone should be vegan because of X, Y, and Z in order for us to have a healthy planet. And so that is the belief you've created. We know surely from so many things in life, your own life and history, that sometimes the most incredible solutions to things come from the most unexpected ways. Like, for example, there's a synthetic e-fuel being developed now, which is just as effective as petrol. You know, who thought that would have happened? Not me. But what I'm trying to say is that we don't know what the answers are. We don't know what the solution is. We don't know how anything is meant to look. All we can do is show up and be a vehicle for love and the universe. And in order to do that, we need to clear our bodies of all of this belief and opinion and judgment and let it go. So it's so easy, obviously, to go, well, they're a meat eater, they're the problem, but actually, and think that we're the saints because we're the vegans and all this kind of stuff, but actually it's the opposite. They're the saint because they are showing you what is upsetting within yourself. And I promise you, if you do that inner work and you let go of whatever judgment it is, you may find, and I've had similar experiences, not in the same vein, but that those people have done a complete 180 and have completely changed and start to do things and be ways that you were wanting them to be and you were criticizing and nagging them about in form. And because you've changed your opinion, because you've looked within yourself, where am I doing this? Where is my behavior being like this? And accepting it and taking responsibility and raising your vibration levels, that person does, or that person leaves your life, or that person continues to be exactly how they are and it doesn't trigger or annoy you anymore. Instead, you just see the love in them, you say the Ho'oponopono prayer, you bless them with love, you surrender it to the Holy Spirit or to I Am Presence or whoever it is, and you move on with your day or the present moment. Move on with being in the present moment. And that is the beauty, right, of this amazing, wonderful path that we're on, is that it's constantly giving us the opportunity to return to love, to return to I am, to see the oneness and wholeness in everything, and to let go of our attachments to what we think things should look like and be like and how people should behave.